We're less than 10 days away from the start of the college football playoffs, so today we're going to go through and I'm going to predict the entire bracket. Starting with our opener, and if you know anything about me, you know I am a little biased in this one towards the Oklahoma end of it, but I did try to put that aside in the evaluation, but I do still think the Sooners come out on top in this one. They've had a nice history against Alabama lately, and they get to play this one at home. Plus, I think a little bit of rest time could have John Mateer playing much better football. Next up, Texas A&M versus Miami. I think the Aggies get the better of the Canes in this one. They've played really good football against pretty much everybody outside of the first half of that South Carolina game and against Texas. I think they're a better team than Miami at the end of the day. Tulane versus Ole Miss is up next. This is a rematch of a game we've already seen this season that Ole Miss won 45-10. I do think this is going to be much more competitive. Retzlaff significantly more comfortable in this system than he was early on this year, but I do still think that Ole Miss gets the win here. Just a much better team. James Madison versus Oregon, and James Madison's played really good football this season. I think their coach Bob Chesney is going to be very successful at UCLA, but they are overmatched against Oregon. The Ducks will win this one handily. Into the quarterfinals, and I have Oklahoma versus Indiana in this one. I do love my Sooners. I think they'll make this close, but I think Indiana just gets the better of them. This team is a tough matchup for anybody. A&M versus Ohio State is one I would be very excited to see, but I think the Aggies' big game struggles haunt them again here. Give me the Buckeyes. Another one that would be really fun, but I think coaching will be the difference in this one. Lane Kiffin not being there for Ole Miss will start to show up when you match up with guys like Kirby Smart, and Georgia will get the win. Texas Tech versus Oregon, great defense, one of the best in the country for the Red Raiders against really solid offense for Oregon. I think Oregon gets the better of them in this one. What I really worry about is, can Texas Tech score on Oregon? Indiana versus Oregon. This would be the fourth rematch of the entire bracket. Fourth game we already saw in the regular season, and I think the outcome is the same again here. It's tough to beat the same good team twice, but this Indiana team is very tough. A bout to get to the national championship and play Indiana between Ohio State and Georgia, and give me the Buckeyes in this one. I think championship experience is going to win through here. But it won't be enough in the national championship game. I predict in the craziest rebuild we have ever seen in college football history, Curt Cignetti and the Indiana Hoosiers win the national championship this year. This team is made of the right stuff. I love what they have at quarterback. I love what they have on defense, and they are my national championship pick.